All right, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you're new to this channel, my name is Malachi Wright. I am a first-year dental student at the University of Maryland School of Dentistry, and I make content on my dental journey, how I got into all the dental schools I applied to, including Ivy League schools like Columbia University, UPenn, different things of that nature. I make vlogs on my daily life as a dental student at the University of Maryland School of Dentistry, so me in the lab, me studying for lectures, and exactly how this process is going for me. In this particular video, I'm going to be talking about how my first month of the new year went at the University of Maryland School of Dentistry, so this month of January. Today I'm recording this video is actually February the 1st. So it's the first day of February. Happy Black History Month. And on this first day of February, I wanted to give you all a recap on exactly how this month went and some of the things that we started, some of the classes that we're getting into, and a little bit of tips on how I would approach it. All right, so the first month comes into play. There's a couple of different hats I'm juggling for those of you who do and do not know. I haven't posted a YouTube video in a little while, and that was for reasons. First reason being that this has definitely been one of the more busier months of school. We had 3 exams last week. We had 2 exams this week. The week before that, I think we had 2 exams, maybe 1. I can't remember. But they've been extremely exam heavy this first month. It was mostly because we had a snow day, so we missed 1 day of school, and that snow day, the exam got pushed to the next week, so it made the next week super heavy. We had an exam in perio, we had an exam in gross anatomy, the week before we had an exam in perio, physiology, and radiology, and then this week we had an exam in gross anatomy lab and gross anatomy lecture. So these past 10 days have been stormed and stomped. I've been stomped. So in addition to working on the weekends, for those of you who do not know, I actually do work a job. I work about 20 hours a week, and I do consulting for medical students who are trying to get into medical school, medical students currently who are trying to get into residency, and even dental students who are trying to get into dental school, and dental students who are trying to match into residencies. So that's another thing that I have on top of my fitness goals as well. One of the things I've been implementing for the past about 3 months, closer to 4 months now, I've been going to the gym every day for at least 40 minutes. And it's been having a lot of positive benefits on my life. And I just wanted to get into a little bit of that, as well as talking to you all about how the dental school thing is going too. First things number one is that the month of January, at least at the University of Maryland, has been super busy. We started a class called Gross Anatomy. That class is notoriously known to be one of the harder classes that we're taking in our academic journey in becoming a dentist. So it's definitely challenging. I think that, obviously finding the right study method will be the right course to go for this class. And personally, I'm still trying to figure it out. I don't know exactly how I should be studying for this course, and a lot of people have different advice. One of the things I'm going to do is I'm going to utilize Anki, obviously, and then also just utilize the PowerPoints that my professors give us as well. I might make my own study guides like I used to in undergrad, but we'll see how that goes. I know one of the things that student Dr. Eli does, which I think I might start doing, is doing the study guide things too. He makes sheets of study guides. And if you guys don't know who student Dr. Eli is, go check out his YouTube channel. He's a D3 at Boston University. He's actually one of the individuals who inspired me to start a YouTube channel, because there's not a lot of people out here elucidating the information of what dental school is really like as you go through it. So on my channel and even on his channel, we have videos since day one of when we started dental school and the progression now. And I'm going to be super excited to look back to see what this experience has been like for me. And guess what? You can check it out too. And it's all free. All you have to do is subscribe. But at the end of the day, I do feel like this month has been extremely busy. In addition to obviously putting that stressor on myself of going to the gym every day. And one of the mindsets I have is okay, am I going to spend an extra hour studying, or am I going to go to the gym? Which one is worth more? Obviously, my health is definitely worth more than me sitting down and studying for an hour, because at the end of the day, the test is going to get done. The content is always going to be there, but my health may deteriorate if I don't sustain it. So I want to make sure that I'm doing that. In addition to that, obviously I'm working on the weekends. I think I might start to increase my hours slightly. And I only say that because I want to be able to save a little more money going into the near future. For many of you all who do know, I'm actually saving up for a wedding for my girlfriend and I. Her name is Jordan. She's a PT student that goes to the University of Maryland, physical therapy. We've been dating for a super long time, so like since high school. And she has a wonderful idea of what she wants her wedding to look like, or our wedding to look like. And you know, I want to make sure that that can come into fruition. So being in dental school is kind of hard to figure out when you're going to have time to afford a wedding if you want to get married like as soon as you graduate, you know. So having a job really helps out with that. But I think the biggest thing is going to be time management, because we're in lab for gross anatomy a lot. So I'll post a screenshot of what our schedule looks like next week for classes, but we're going to be in lab a lot, and we have operative lab too. So we're doing a lot of different preps: class 1 prep, class 2 prep, class 3 preps, all these different type of preps. And you have to make sure that you can manage your time correctly, in addition to studying for the exams, and for my case, working and keeping up with my gym schedule. That's literally every day for 40 minutes. So that's one of the reasons why I haven't posted in a while. Don't worry about me not posting weekly, because that is definitely going to change. I think I've gotten myself in a good rhythm to where I can figure out exactly what I need to do to obtain, you know, the household, you know, keep my room, my apartment clean, make sure that I keep, you know, my cars going, and, you know, just adulting in essence. And while also, you know, working, being in dental school, and running this YouTube channel, and living up to my fitness goals. So, the way I'm going to manage that is by really utilizing my mornings on the weekends. So a lot of times I'll tell myself like, okay, well, if I wake up at 5:45 or 6 o'clock on the weekdays, most days, and I study for like an hour or two in the morning, and then I go to class at 8 a.m. from 8 to 5, and then we study from 5 to 10, and then I go to the gym, and then I come home, I sleep, and I do the same thing over every day, Monday through Friday. On the weekends, I'm like, okay, well, if I have work at 8, I'm sleeping until like 7:30, like honestly. And that's chill. That's chill, because I'm still able to get my work done while also getting a little extra sleep. But like this morning, we had class at 8. I didn't go to the class at 8 because I can just rewatch it in 2x. So I'm gonna just be utilizing my mornings in that regard to like maximize my time. But in addition to that, I'm also going to be definitely more strict when it comes to like meal planning and meal prepping. So my girlfriend and I, we meal plan, we meal prep every week. She cooks one meal, I cook the other meal. So just make sure I set aside time to do that, and just utilizing my time wisely. Honestly, there's enough time in the day. You just gotta make sure you allocate it to the right things. But in addition to that, school's been going pretty good. We're about to end this class called physiology, and personally, I mean, we're not done. We just started gross anatomy, so I don't know how bad that class is yet. I mean, the first exam was pretty tough, but personally, I think what takes the cake so far is physiology for me. And I think it's because there's just so much content, and it's really practical. Like the content is really great, like it's really practical, but it's just a lot. So we'll see if that changes as we progress through gross anatomy. And I'm gonna give you guys the full essence of what I feel about that class. So far, I think the most important thing in dental school, for at least D1 from my perspective, is making sure that you have good time management skills. A lot of the classes and stuff are really about what type of student you are. So are you a student that needs to be in class every day, you need to go to class, you need to ask questions while you're in class, and then go after class and study or whatever it is, then you do that. But if you're the type of student who you can manage your time well enough to where it's like, okay, well, I don't need to watch this lecture right at this instant. Like, I don't need to be in class because I know I'm gonna have a time slot during this period on this day where I can watch it, and it's enough time before I take the exam. Like, you have to be that organized if you want to avoid a lot of the stressors of like always feeling behind. In dental school, like, you're always going to be behind in some essence. So you have to get comfortable with being okay with feeling behind. And I think that was one of the biggest areas for me that was of a struggle. But every day we get better and better. I'm still keeping up my routine of going to the gym every single day, even when I don't feel like it, and that's where that discipline comes into place. I'm still making sure that, you know, I schedule that time for date night on Friday nights, take my girlfriend out, we go somewhere, do something nice, and just really schedule that time for personal time, while also making sure that you have enough time to get your work done and study to get the grades that you would like to have, to make sure you keep your options open and different things of that nature. Some of the things I'm gonna start doing moving forward, I've heard a lot of advice from a lot of different people saying that one of the most important things you can do as a D1 is like start networking. So that's one of the things I'm going to try to do. I'm going to start trying to network with some of the companies that I'm thinking about maybe potentially working with after I graduate from dental school, which is not going to be for a little while, but it's never too early to start doing that. And just go from there, you know. I'm gonna have another video coming out soon, probably this weekend, which is going to be a day in my life or a weekend in my life, so you guys can see what it looks like, how I manage my time on the weekends while working for close to 10 hours or something like that. I think it's like 5, because I work 5 Wednesday, 5 or 6. I don't know. You guys will see in that video, but you'll see in that video how I manage my time on the weekends. With that being said, if you all have any questions, comments, concerns, any content that you all want to see me produce on this channel, please let me know. It's as much as my channel as it is for you all. I want to congratulate all my subscribers. We've finally gotten to 400 plus subscribers, which is so awesome. Me personally, I don't really care too much about the number, but it obviously always helps to click that subscribe button. If you're an individual who finds yourself coming to my YouTube channel all the time and you're like, oh, I love this dude's content, and you're not subscribed, why are you not subscribed? Just click the subscribe button, hit the like on the like video, and I would truly appreciate that. Share this video with a friend, a neighbor, and if they just want to see something that's outside of the scope of what they usually see, you know, they'll come see what we're doing at the dental school in 2024, you know. But at the end of the day, thank you all so much for your support. I truly appreciate it, and I'll see you all in the next video. Peace.